That sounds better, no?
Haribo!
Haribo! Jai Gange! Jai Gange! Namami Gange! Hare Hare Gange! Hare Hare Gange! Jai Jai Gange! Jai Jai Gange! Jai Hanuman ki Jai! Jai Vrindavani Vanipate Jaya Shoma Shoma Maule Shanandana Shanakana Shanantana Naradedya Kopeshvara Braja Bilasi Jugange Padme Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste Vrindavani Vanipate Jaya Shoma Shoma Maule Shanandana Shanakana Shanatana Naradedya Kopeshvara Braja Bilasi Jugange Padme Prema Prayacha Nirupadi Namo Namaste Gopeshwa Mahadeva ki Jai Mahadeva ki Jai Hara Hara Mahadeva Shambhu Kasi Vishwanatha Gange. So this is the fourth of our yoga lectures, and we were yesterday talking a little bit about Jnana Yoga, but actually we got a little bit sidetracked. So we went more into Mantra Yoga, which is another very important feature of yoga. Yoga is Yoga is festival, uniting. So it's a great festival. So we come together. We have our translation. Yes, please. And all those who do speak English come to the front. So the uniting in knowledge. This is when you read the scriptures. Reading the scriptures, you can unite with Krishna and you can unite with the devotees, because the scriptures are full of Hari Katha and they also have the Bhakta Katha. It's a lot of information. Bhakta Mala, there's one famous book, tells all the stories of the devotees. And the Srimad Bhagavatam is also full of devotee stories. They tell the stories of the mystics, how they lived, how they progressed, how they transcended, how they had to face so many difficulties, temptations, sometimes fall downs, sometimes coming up. Anyway, it's a very, very wonderful story all over the scriptures. And Krishna is himself speaking, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. That means God speaks. So when God speaks, you better listen. Huh? It says when wise men talk, wise men listen. But when God talks, better everybody listens. Huh? Because who can speak like God? Only God. That's why it says Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. It says Arjuna Uvacha, Shuka Uvacha, so many Uvacha. But Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, that is different. Because it's Bhagavan. Means supreme authority. So Jnana Yoga is Mahajane Yajena Gatasa Panta. We follow the path of the Mahajans, because they are the ones who give us authoritatively the information of what is the right understanding. So Jnana Yoga, we are going into the study of the scriptures, and we also discussing their meanings. So we have in Jnana Yoga we have a question and answer. If anything, like when you want to accept the spiritual master, first he has to answer he has to satisfy your inquiry. His answers have to be so clear and wonderful that you will say, wow, I follow. I will follow. This is wonderful. I will be under the best care if I follow the instructions of what he says. But his spiritual master is not independent. He has to say what the Shastras say. He's not that he's just making it up because he's a charismatic, good talker, a fast talker. No. He quotes the scriptures. He knows the Shastras. Tatvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadikshanti te jnanam jnaninas tatvadarshinaha. He is servant of the truth. He's always doing service. So by this service, his life is our example. We are taking the example. And also he engages his disciples in devotional service. So this is what the spiritual master does. Therefore, you have to clearly understand that every temple president is a spiritual master, because he is making plans for every soul who comes to the temple, how to engage them in some devotional service. You see, we are not looking to utilize other people for our own purpose. In South America, we have a very nice saying. It says, con el sudor en su frente, no con el sudor del frente. In the material world, you're always dreaming how to make others people work and you just earn. The others work and you reap the benefit. This is the world of capitalism. But the devotional life is not like that. In devotional life, you want to serve so that others will be happy. Sarve Shukena Bhavantu. How can I make other people happy? That is what this whole process is about. You have to learn from the Shastras how to make others happy. Because if you do that, then your own spiritual progress is also coming sidewise along. In South America we say por añadidura. There's not really a good word for that in English, but it's coming like a secondary. Wow, you're so intelligent, I cannot believe it. It's almost the last day, but you know. That's what we pray. Now the most surprising thing would be if there's charge on this thing, you know. That would really be surprising.
Line in.
Hare Krishna. Yes, it's a little bit more easy. So, Jnana Yoga is a very holy connection with the Supreme Truth. A connection which gives you sustenance, especially when you're intellectually inclined, or if you have doubts. If you have some doubt, you have to clear out the doubt. One time my Guru Deva told me, if you have so many doubts, then why don't you doubt the doubts? I put it late, it's just blocked by a person. No.
She wanted, because they are translating, so it's going directly to the...
Okay, disturbs. The translators are supposed to be in the end. Okay, don't worry, you're fine. So, doubts is a protective measure. By doubt, you are protected. Like, I have a doubt whether I can step there. Yes, better so, because this is quicksand. If you would have stepped there, you would have been gone. So sometimes in life we need doubt. It's also God-given. But if you're doubting the surrender to love, then what is the use of that? Sometimes we have to believe. Between doubt and belief. This is the question of Jnana Yoga. How much shall I doubt and how much shall I believe? When is the love and the trust taking over? It's like a little debate between the brain and the heart. There's only 30 centimeters of difference of space, but these 30 centimeters, they are very difficult to travel. Some people, they always stay in the mind. They cannot come out. Now, of course, I knew it wasn't charged. So that was that part of this beautiful thing. No, it's not charged. It's not charged.
It's not charged. No, the other speaker.
Okay, just turn it off. That's not the turn off. Don't speculate. Okay. That's a very kind word to say. Es un cariño decir esto. So, my humble request. Can you understand me?
Yes.
Or you come a little closer to speak English?
Come.
Okay. So
Acérquense, por favor, para que Muruga no tenga que gritar tanto. Todos ustedes. Raúl, acérquense.
No toque. No está cargado ya. So this distance between the mind and the heart, that distance is a very interesting distance, because it's between doubt and belief. And you have to doubt, otherwise why you got this brain? And the brain is quite a sophisticated machinery, no? You know, the cells in your body, every cell of your body, every single cell has more functions than an entire city. Electric lines, plumbing, internet connections, all these connections, all which keeps one city vibrating, communicating, having water, having electricity. That's less than what's going on in one of your cells, Baba. And you got billions of those cells in your body, and they're interacting with each other homogeneously. They are connected to a code. That's what they call DNA or something. But what's DNA? DNA, there are 4 letters. It's a 4-letter code. And in the 4-letter code, all the other activities and subsequent causes and effects inside of your body, they are controlled. Actually, Francis Collins, a famous scientist who discovered the genome, the human genome,
He said the DNA is the best proof of God's existence. Why? Because the higher intelligence, like in the computer world, you also work by codes. But the codes are backed up by the software which comes from the hard disk or whatever type of memory base. And it is connecting, and it just has an incredible quick speed to act and react and to come and form back. But for the action of one cell of yours, you would need a hardware, or you would need the hard disks which would fill an entire hall. That's how many hard disks you would need to keep the information of what's going on in one cell. But where are those hard disks? Where is all that information stored? And that's all with a 4-letter code? Yeah, we just eat, sleep, we do everything. We don't know what's going on inside of us. We have no idea. We had one molecular biology scientist with us, but she is not here in class right now. So, 100 years you have to live. I just talked about you, about our molecular scientist. So the cells and the DNA code, Francis Collins says, it's the best proof that there's a higher intelligence. Without a higher intelligence, there's no way this physical magic would take place. Nevertheless, all this compared to consciousness is simply a little nothing. So when we are talking about doubt and belief, this is an operation which you have to handle. But can you handle it alone? No. You need a guide. And where is that guide? Here or here? That's the big question. Paramatma. He is the inner guide who helps you. That's why we always tell everybody, follow your heart. Because your heart will have the final positive direction for you. And by your heart you can tell, now I will follow my doubt, or now I will follow my heart. Because this is something which goes on throughout our existence. It's not a one-time decision, and after the one-time decision then everything is done. No. After this deciding whether I'm going to follow my heart or I'm going to follow my doubt, this is continuously accompanying us. Every day, every moment, we have to decide it. And this is Jnana Yoga. This is finding the right decision. Finding the right Thank you. Jnana Yoga is Krishna gives Jnana Yoga. He says that I'm in your heart and I will give you the intelligence how you can come to me. For one who is dedicated, devoted to Krishna, Krishna will give him the intelligence. So from the heart we are getting all this divine inspiration. There's many shlokas to this effect. And the Bhagavad Gita is stressing this. He says, Man manabhava matbhakto majjajimang namashkuru. If you become my devotee, you chant my name, you focus your mind on me, then you will understand the thing. So it's by the divine connection, by the connection with the mantra, by the connection with the shastra, by the connection with the sadhu. This is the way you get like the food, the input. Electric lines, very good. Plug, very good. All kinds of things, electrical, very good, except if they're not charged. But without the current, all these things are absolutely useless devices. They're good for nothing. So then what's important? Is it the current or is it the device? So we have to understand it's not the current and it's not the device. It is Sri Paramatma which is important. Like this heart is so important to me, my heart. But before I know it, my heart will be buried under the ground or burned in the crematorium. My heart will be finished. So then what? What's the thing with this heart? We are not talking following the heart. We are talking of following the spirit in the heart. The spirit soul. That is really which gives us Shraddha, faith. And here this machine, this chronological going scanning machine goes to find out, is it fitted, does it, is it, like that. That machine, that's also depending on Paramatma, because in the end of the day, you need memory. Without memory, there's nothing going on in the brain. It's like, you need the memory. And who is giving the memory? Krishna is giving the memory. Sarvasya chaham ride sanivishtu matas mritir jnanam mapoanam cha vedaischa sarvair ahang eva vedyo vedantakrit vedavit eva chaham. Krishna says, I am giving you the knowledge, the memory, and I also make you forget if you are supposed to forget. I think especially when you come to old age, Krishna shows us the forgetting capacity. And you say, what was that again? Oh, I read that, it was fun. So, Savasya Sham, right now I was not remembering the shloka. I was trying to scan my brain. Where's my Savasya Changride Sani Vishnu's shloka? And I didn't get it. And then, click, I was allowed to enter into that memory bank by Sri Paramatma, so I could give you that precise shloka. From me comes memory, knowledge, and forgetfulness. Then he says, I am the author of the Vedas, I am the knower of the Vedas, and by all the Vedas, I am to be known. Oh, where was that? He took it away, no? Smart guy. Hare Krishna. So it is very interesting how this whole thing works. And if you understand how it works, then you have to understand that you have to surrender. But how can you surrender if your brain screams no? And there's so many doubts. I don't want to surrender. So then ask the Guru, Ask the sadhu, ask the scripture, ask your heart. Make an investigation. That is authorized. That is jnana yoga, to make an investigation. But be humble. Make a humble investigation. Don't be challenging. If you're challenging, then you will not understand, because you have no right. Like one time, a person asked me in Ecuador, in a challenging way, he says, "How can you prove to me that God exists?" And I spontaneously answered. The answer didn't come from me. It just came shoot out of me. It says, "What makes you think that you deserve a proof that God exists? You have a challenging attitude. You're eating, sleeping, breathing. Everything is there, more beautiful. Life is there. And you going around says, I don't know if God exists. Well, who's giving you your life? Who's giving you your food? I don't know. I don't know. So you don't know, but you don't want to say thank you. You don't want to say, what shall I do that I may deserve that to understand that God exists? What shall I do to deserve this? That is the real question we should ask. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada, he taught us, do not try to see God. Try to behave yourself in such a way that God wants to see you. Maybe he doesn't want to see you. Maybe that's why he sent you to become a crocodile. Maybe that's why he sent you to become an elephant. Or maybe that's why he sent you to be born in a slum somewhere, pulling tella all your life, just pulling carrying some weights from, like an ass. That's what the ass does. Unfortunate ass. They put a carrot in front of the nose of the ass and they load the ass full of load, and the ass goes, oh, carrot, very nice, and starts walking. But the carrot is by a stick, it never reaches the carrot. So all the ass does, it moves. So in this way, sense gratification, the material consumer society, is just like the carrot in front of the ass. You never get that happiness which you're looking for by acquiring material things, stuff, accumulating stuff. Make money, buy stuff, make money, buy stuff, make money, buy stuff. And then your whole house is full of stuff and you think, how do I get rid of this stuff now? I've been to people, they have the house so full they cannot move hardly. Just they can go from the bed to the kitchen and to the bathroom. The rest is full of stuff. And they're so attached to this stuff they cannot even throw away the garbage. It's not a joke. I've seen it with my own eyes. Attachment to things. So this material world is a carrot. And it's a rotten carrot on top. It's really rotten. And one of those rotten carrots is called Ferrari. Oh, a Ferrari. Oh, let me get a Ferrari. Well, how many lives you have to work with a minimum salary to save up to buy a Ferrari, huh? That's a big carrot you got there, no? And still people keep their Ferrari carrot in front of their eyes and work and work and work, like asses. Dogs, camels, and asses. That's what the Srimad Bhagavatam describes the materialist. Very charming, huh? So, do you want to have faith in the divine? And rather than running after the carrot, you want to sit down and chant? You want to sit down and do seva? No, for seva you don't sit down usually, except if you're making garlands or something. Usually seva means running around. But what do you want to do? You want to run after the carrot, or you want to fulfill the cravings of your heart? And the craving of the heart is very important, because the heart craves for love. And jnana does not produce love. Somebody says, I love you. And you ask, how do you prove that to me? Can you give me the formula of your love? What was the chemical formula which made you say, I love you? What was the motivation in it? Huh? Are you trying to extract some energy from me by putting me into the illusional bubble of somebody loves me? Huh? What is the reality of this, what you are saying? So if somebody answers like this, then you say, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I love you. I want to love somebody, and I want to be loved, but it's not intellectual. It goes through the heart. Either you believe it or you don't believe it. Either you like it or you don't like it. But it is something you have to decide in the heart. Or you can say, I love you. Really? How much money you have? Huh? Huh? If you have enough, I may love you also. So, there's so many things. The material world is such a complex situation. Karmic interactions. We should not try to understand karma because we will never understand karma. Nobody can understand karma. It is so intricate. That's what the Bhagavad Gita says. But we have to understand karma does exist. Maharaj, sit down here. So, what to do? Our spiritual life depends on faith, and our intellect depends on jnana. And between jnana and faith, there's another department. What's that called? Between jnana and faith, there's another department. What is that called? Vijnana. It's knowledge and it's wisdom or realization. When you have something of inner appreciation. Yes. Otherwise, jnana, the vidyalaya, where you get knowledge, and what the heck you gonna realize? Just like yesterday, somebody told me, some people, they call themselves Brahmins, and they eat meat. So they may have some knowledge because they're Brahminical education, but they have no realization because they have no kindness for the animals. Can you believe that? That such things exist. Because if you don't need to eat meat and you eat meat, then you have no compassion for those animals. That is as simple as it is. You can say whatever you want. To kill is to kill, and not to kill is our concept or our ideal. Thou shalt not kill. Even the Christians know it. And then they discuss for the last 2,000 years whether that means killing animals or killing man. By original Christian interpretation, thou shalt not kill meant thou shalt not eat meat. Very clear. Jesus was a vegetarian, Baba. Who's making all this nonsense story that you can kill and eat? If you're a Christian, you're supposed to be a vegetarian. And if you're a Hindu or a devotee of Krishna, you're supposed to be a vegetarian. But they're stupid people, they say you don't have to. Okay, then you have no compassion. Because cutting throat is cutting throat. That's a very ugly thing. And there's some living entities in extreme fear and extreme pain, and if that can be avoided, why do it? But you have to understand that. So Gyan is not enough. You have to have some Vigyan. Vigyan, you have to have the feeling also. And the Vigyan means realization. So we need Shraddha to get our Vigyan in action. Means you have to have some faith. But the faith is not blind faith. Faith with Vigyan is a very inspired dedication. It is the result of many, many, many lifetimes of experience. How many lifetimes of experience is behind you in your travel bag? Like some people, they put a sticker of each place they visit. You can buy in the tourist places. Oh, he was in Prague, he was in Berlin, he was in Paris, he was in Marseille. So they have their stickers of all the places on their thing. Now look at your travel bag and imagine how many stickers you have there. I was born in Africa. I was born as a polar bear in Siberia. I was born as a mosquito in Amsterdam. Oh my God, your travel bag that has so many stickers on it. And what's the next destination you want to travel to, Baba? Porto Alegre, of course, because you're going to be with Maharaj in his preaching, helping him. What's the next destination? And now you don't only have Mother Earth's destination. You may also have other galaxy destination on your travel bag. It's your travel bag, my friend. You're carrying this bag with you, even though you don't remember. Some people remember some past life, but most people, they are so much absorbed in the day-to-day affairs, they can't even remember what they said yesterday. So, what to speak of youth when I was young? What to speak of before, or in the womb, or before that? That's not so easy. But you have a travel bag and you have a travel destination. But you have to find that out by Gyan, Vigyan and Shraddha. You have to get the appropriate information, realization, believe it and go. Some other you came to Rishikesh. Nobody carried you here. Right? You had to make lots of efforts to come here. Work, get a ticket, get a visa, go to the airport, go through the customs, find out a taxi, go to the train station, get a ticket, change a thing. So many things, and still all of you made it to be here. That in itself is pretty an amazing phenomena, but this is life. You are a traveler. You all have a mission. It's not only traveling. We are not senseless travelers. We are not just moving around like the wind is taking a piece of paper after it's being thrown away and it is just going by the wind, and really the paper has no idea what's going on. It has no independent consciousness. You are not like that at all. You are an individual conscious unit with a lot of thirst for love. Don't tell me that you are not, because I wouldn't believe you. That's who you are. You are a love-hungry soul in the search for love. And you're a traveler searching for your mission of life. The mission of your life. And that mission, I have to tell you, that mission you have is a beautiful mission. You do not have an ugly mission. Maybe you have some ugly things you have to see and some ugly situations you have to face, but your mission is not an ugly mission. Your mission is a loving mission, because you're a unit of love. You come from the world of love, and you're destined to serve love in this world or wherever you are. So love will be your final destiny. We believe that's called Krishna Loka. Krishna Loka is the highest loving destiny to be able to achieve. Some other people think it's Brahma Loka. Some people say it's Shiva Loka. Some people say it's the impersonal Brahman, and I will be aware of nothing. Well, if your soul, this is actually spiritual suicide. If you want to be aware of nothing, if you don't want to be aware of your own existence, it's like some Brahmavad, then the meaning of life ceases also. The meaning of Gyan, Vigyan, Shraddha, everything ceases if your goal is to be not aware of my own existence. Like you switch off the light, chook, now it's black, because there's no light. They say, okay, just switch off the light of life. And then there's others, they say cosmic consciousness. They say you merge into the cosmic oneness. You know, we are all one, no doubt. We have the same atoms in our body, they're moving in and out. We all belong to the one cosmic creation. We all one family, we one spirit, in the sense that we all have spirit souls. True. But a cosmic one consciousness means, first of all, there's no more conversations. Because how one is going to talk with one? So there's no more love. Because for love it takes two. Even Master Eckhart, who was inclined to Brahma, to the Advaitavad, he said, God, to love, he has to become two. So that's what Om Mityotal means, two. There's two for love. When you see our teacher, Madhvacharya, he is standing with the hands like this. Now don't think he's saying victory hippie style. No. He's meaning two. There's always two. You and God. God and you. God and all. But it's always two. And that two is not duality, but that two is divine love. Because we say in South America, it takes two for the tango. Or two to tango. Without two you cannot tango. So is love is a two thing. And that's what we are going, our destiny, our entire existence is pointing towards a mission of love. Now you have to find out what that mission of love means for you. You have to find out. Now, I was meditating this morning. I was listening to a class of Srila Prabhupada, and in my meditation it came to my mind how important it is to be connected to a place of love. Selfless, a place which does not have an individual proprietor. There's no selfish man or woman who says, this is mine, and you're in or you're out according to what I decide. This is horrible. This means wires, barbed wires, Doberman dogs, guns. This is mine and this is yours. You are out of here or you're inside because you do what I say. Nice place, huh? Where do you want to be? On that side or on that side of the fence? You want to be inside the jail or you want to be jailed out? So, the personal proprietorship may be useful for a family to have a unit where you can live. That may be so. So that nobody comes and steals your children or rapes your wife, so you have a little place where you can have, okay.